And good evening tonight from Houston. The debate stage is set behind me for tomorrow, but on this night, of course, we do take note that a nation pauses to remember 9/11. The images and one incredible story all these years later in just a moment. But we do begin tonight with the horror that played out as 3 EF2 tornadoes ripped through the center of the country. They were all part of at least 11 reported tornadoes in just the past 24 hours. This massive twister north of Fort Laramie, Wyoming. Sioux Falls, South Dakota hit especially hard. Those 3 EF2s confirmed inside the city. Winds of at least 125 miles an hour, destroying a shopping center and slamming into a hospital. Doctors and nurses had just minutes to wake up patients to get them to safety. And tonight, major questions about why some of the city's sirens did not go off. Officials now say it was human error, and all of this as we now watch yet another tropical disturbance that could cause trouble for the U.S. ABC's Alex Perez leading us off tonight from Sioux Falls.
Tonight, families across the upper Midwest bracing for a second night of severe storms.
Oh, God, it hit something!
Nearly a dozen twisters reported in the last 24 hours. The dangerous weather striking South Dakota's largest city in the middle of the night. Tornado sirens sounding the alarm in Sioux Falls. There are 77 of them across the city. But officials say not all of them were activated, blaming human error. At least 3 twisters touching down in the city, all EF2s. The one striking this hospital campus had winds up to 130 miles an hour.
Our staff was courageous. They had 10 minutes to wake up 102 residents, get them to the center of the building, and all are safe and sound.
Another EF2 twister quickly tearing through this shopping complex, a total devastation in just 60 seconds. Gayleen Stocko's business destroyed.
We can start over. Nobody was hurt, and that's really all that counts.
Powerful winds sending a tree crashing onto Charles Roskovic's home.
I mean, this is multiple 100-pound tree, and I'm surprised the house didn't go down.
Residents here worried, watching the skies for more possible storms tonight.
And Alex joins us now from Sioux Falls. He's live tonight. And Alex, after all they have already been through, we know more storms are possible there tonight.
Yeah, David, we've already had some rain push through here tonight. I want you to take a look behind me here. You can see just how powerful those winds were, completely destroying this auto parts store, basically a shell of a building here. And with more storms on the way, officials here say they're taking steps to make sure those problems with the sirens don't happen again. David?
Alex Perez leading us off tonight. Alex, thank you. Let's get right to meteorologist Rob Marciano tracking it all, watching this severe weather into the night. And of course, that new tropical threat. Rob?
Good evening, David. We'll start with the severe. The atmosphere primed again in the Midwest, and Sioux Falls is right there. Along the stationary boundary, we expect storms to fire there and across Madison through Detroit, Michigan. And Minneapolis in the morning, you'll see some storms, and then again in the afternoon, as will Des Moines, Iowa. It's the peak of hurricane season. We've got 3 disturbances in the Atlantic. One is uncomfortably close and forecast to get into the Gulf of Mexico, potentially as a tropical cyclone this weekend. At the very least, we'll see heavy rain for Florida and much of the Gulf Coast states. More details to come on this tomorrow. David?
Rob Marciano with us tonight as well. Rob, thank you. And we're going to turn tonight to the workplace stabbing rampage playing out today in Tallahassee. A worker, minutes after showing up to work, pulling out a knife and attacking his colleagues. Some jumping in, trying to stop him. ABC's Victor Akendo is on the scene in Tallahassee tonight.
Tonight, Tallahassee police say the stabbing spree at this workplace could have been much worse if not for the heroic actions of co-workers who fought back.
Several employees armed themselves with whatever they could and tried to engage him and actually held him at bay at one point while officers were arriving.
41-year-old Antoine Brown in custody tonight. Authorities say he clocked in at 8 this morning at Dyke Industries, but after some kind of dispute was told to clock out at 8:20. Just 13 minutes later, police receiving their first call about the stabbings.
From what we know now, he appeared that he was actually had sought out certain victims.
5 employees were stabbed with what was described as a common pocket knife and transported to the hospital. One of them in serious condition, but expected to survive.
Horrible scene there. Victor Akendo joins us live outside the scene, and police are still working to determine a motive tonight. Victor?
That's right, David. Police said the suspect appeared to target specific people, but there is no word on a motive. They say he only worked here for a few months and there were no issues until today. David?
Victor Akendo with us. Victor, thanks. We reported last night here on yet another death possibly linked to vaping, this time the patient in his 50s. And here in the Houston area, that student collapsing, he was rushed to the hospital. He's okay now. Tonight, the president and the first lady and the plan to ban flavored e-cigarettes. All of this comes as authorities in Wisconsin shut down a massive operation making counterfeit vaping cartridges. Here's ABC's Steve Osunsami.
With the First Lady at his side, the president shared a personal reason for tonight's move to ban certain e-cigarettes, saying that they pose a risk to children the same age as their son.
We can't allow people to get sick, and we can't have our youth be so affected. And I'm hearing it, and that's how the First Lady got involved.
The federal government says it is now finalizing plans to remove e-cigarette products from the market that have fruit and candy flavors popular with teenagers. Only tobacco-flavored products will be allowed. Their data shows that more than a quarter of high school students are current e-cigarette users, and the overwhelming majority use fruit and menthol or mint flavors. While the president's announcement focused on tobacco, police in the Milwaukee suburbs announced at a press conference the arrest of these two brothers accused of filling tens of thousands of counterfeit e-cigarette cartridges inside a rented condo using mason jars filled with high-grade THC oil.
It's not candy. It's highly potent drugs.
Police say this was some of the packaging, Sour Patch and fruit flavors.
This is packaging that I've seen in stores and other stores across the nation.
It's still not clear exactly what is getting users sick. Dylan Nelson barely survived.
I didn't think he was going to come out of it. I thought that I was seeing my son the last time.
The American Vaping Association is responding to all of this, saying that a flavor ban does nothing to stop drug dealers from selling contaminated cartridges. David?
Steve Osunsami with us tonight. Steve, thank you. Of course, the president there on vaping today. He also said today he might watch the debate tomorrow night. Of course, the stage is set right here behind me, and some big differences this year. This is the first debate held on just one night with all the leading Democratic candidates on one stage. You can see the stage right here over my shoulder. Former Vice President Joe Biden will be in the middle. He, of course, is the front runner. Several new polls, including ours, have him at the top. And for the first time right beside him, center stage, Elizabeth Warren. She's been gaining in the polls, including our own. So let's take a wide shot tonight of the stage here at Texas Southern University, where Mary Bruce is up there on that stage, where the candidates will be this time tomorrow night. And Mary, the stakes could not be higher for really all the candidates as they try to break out.
Yes, and David, for the first time, voters will be able to compare these two candidates side by side. Standing right here will be Joe Biden, and right here next to him will be Elizabeth Warren. These two candidates have wildly different campaign styles and visions for the future. We'll be watching closely to see if they attack each other. With Warren on the rise, will Biden take some shots at her? And will the other candidates too, like Bernie Sanders? He and Elizabeth Warren share many of the same positions, but so far they've declined to go after each other. Now standing next to them will be Kamala Harris and Pete Buttigieg. They are looking for a boost. While, David, these candidates on the wings, they are in need of a jolt too. They're looking for that breakout moment, hoping to upend the race. David.
We'll be watching. You'll be right here with us, Mary, and I'll be moderating with our George Stephanopoulos and Lindsay Davis and our colleague Jorge Ramos from Univision. That's tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, one stage, one night, right here. In the meantime, next tonight, to more news and a bombshell allegation against NFL star Antonio Brown on his first day with the Patriots. A woman who was his former trainer claiming he sexually assaulted and raped her. It comes as Brown suited up for his first practice with the New England Patriots. Tonight, Antonio Brown's response. And ABC's Paula Ferris is in Foxborough, Massachusetts.
Tonight, the Patriots are standing by newly signed star wide receiver Antonio Brown, seen here practicing for the first time with his new team just hours after the bombshell news that he's facing a civil lawsuit alleging sexual assault. Brittany Taylor, a former LSU gymnast who first met Brown in college and later went on to train him, alleges 3 separate incidents of sexual assault in 2017 and 2018. She claims he even bragged about one encounter through astonishingly profane and angry text messages. Taylor claims she told her mother and even a chef who worked for Brown shortly after one of the incidents, and that Brown texted he was going to fire her. Police reports were never filed for any of the allegations. It's unclear if the NFL will take action.
We're taking it one day at a time, just like we always do.
The team is not commenting on whether he'll play on Sunday, but Brown's power agent Drew Rosenhaus saying his client vehemently denies the allegations and will cooperate with any investigation.
This is a money grab. In my opinion, this is a money grab.
Reps for Antonio Brown plan on countersuing Brittany Taylor. She's seeking unspecified damages, is demanding a trial, and is reportedly meeting with the NFL next week as the league is conducting its own independent investigation. David?
Paula Ferris tonight. Paula, thank you. And from the Bahamas this evening, the stunning new number. Authorities now say 2,500 people are missing. 2,500. And after those images we showed you last night here, what it was like inside a home, a family trapped in that Cat 5 hurricane, you can understand why that number of missing is now staggering. ABC's Marcus Moore there again tonight.
We saw the images, that storm surge pounding so many homes. 9 people helpless inside this one in Abaco, watching the windows break. The Category 5 winds blowing through the living room. And when the eye passed over, this group made their escape inside this car. But the fear tonight is that so many did not. Some possibly swept out to sea. The Bahamian government tonight declaring 2,500 missing after Hurricane Dorian obliterated parts of the Bahamas. Government officials now cross-checking those names against the list of those who evacuated or went to shelters as they tried to determine how many lives were lost in this historic storm. We were there today with the Fairfax County Search and Rescue Team checking neighborhoods in Abaco, and that's where we met Micheline, cooking inside an abandoned school. Her home destroyed. She told us she lost 4 friends and plans to live here as long as she's allowed. It's unclear how long the search and rescue teams will be on the island, but the team we traveled with today says they plan on staying until the job is done. David.
Marcus Moore tonight. Marcus, thank you. We turn next to a developing headline, the opioid crisis in America, and tonight a source now telling us Purdue Pharma, the maker of OxyContin, has reached a tentative deal to settle thousands of lawsuits. It could involve billions of dollars. And here's ABC's chief business correspondent, Rebecca Jarvis.
Tonight, Purdue Pharma, the maker of OxyContin, reaching a tentative deal with more than 20 states and 2,000 local governments to settle claims over the nation's deadly opioid epidemic. A source close to the negotiations tells ABC News the pharma giant will pay up to $12 billion, including $3 billion from the Sackler family. The majority of the settlement is expected to go towards treatment, rehab, and anti-overdose measures. The deal stipulates Purdue Pharma would declare bankruptcy, but the company will continue to sell OxyContin.
So let's get right to Rebecca Jarvis tonight. And Rebecca, we know many states are coming out against this deal tonight.
Yes, that's right, David. The opioid crisis, according to the CDC, costs the U.S. $78 billion a year. And attorneys general in a number of states tonight, including New York, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, and Massachusetts, have come out against the deal, saying it doesn't go far enough and that Purdue Pharma needs to admit wrongdoing, David.
Rebecca Jarvis, I know you'll continue to follow it. Thank you. Next tonight, a guilty verdict for the Chinese businesswoman accused of trespassing at the president's Mar-a-Lago. Yuzing Zhang represented herself at trial for the incident back in March. Authorities say she got onto the property and then lied to the Secret Service. She says she just wanted to visit. President Trump was staying at Mar-a-Lago at the time, but was off playing golf. She faces up to 6 years in prison. Overseas tonight, the allegation the new Prime Minister Boris Johnson might have lied to the Queen. A Scottish court ruling he might not have been truthful in explaining why he wanted to suspend Parliament for 5 weeks, claiming he wanted to introduce a new legislative agenda. The court agreed with his critics that his real purpose was to prevent them from stopping his rush to leave the European Union, his rush to Brexit, whether there was a deal or not. There is still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Wednesday. 2 major stories involving planes tonight, the deadly crash of a cargo plane in the Heartland, and the emergency mid-flight, flames shooting from the engine, and we'll have more on this in just a moment. Also news tonight about that close call. This was a difficult piece of video. The little girl nearly struck getting off the school bus. But what police are now saying tonight. And a major recall in nearly 3.5 million vehicles because of a possible problem with the brakes. A lot more news ahead tonight. I'll be right back.
As a principal, I can tell you this. When one student gets left behind, we all get left behind. This is a problem that affects each and every one of us. So together with IBM, we've created a whole new kind of school called P-Type. Within 6 years, students can graduate with a high school diploma, a college degree, and a pathway to a competitive job.
You know what's going up today?
Today, there are more than 100,000 P-Tech students around the world. It's a game changer.
Prevagen is the #1 pharmacist-recommended memory support brand. You can find it in the vitamin aisle in stores everywhere. Prevagen, healthier brain, better life.